I need to say something controversial. I think modern self-improvement is making people mentally exhausted. Not because growth is bad though, but because people are trying to optimize themselves from a dysregulated nervous system. And honestly, I don't think enough people are even talking about this, because everywhere you look right now, people are being told, wake up earlier, heal faster, manifest harder, fix your mindset, optimize your habits, become your highest self. And yeah, first, it sounds super empowering. I mean, we all go for it until you realize people are becoming completely overwhelmed trying to heal correctly. Hello, welcome back to More Than a Label. I'm your host, Caitlin Rose, and today we're going to talk about how the self-help industry might actually be making people worse. Not intentionally, not because healing is bad, and not because growth is bad, but because so much of the advice online completely skips over the nervous system. And if your nervous system is exhausted, overstimulated, or stuck in survival mode, more information doesn't create transformation. It creates pressure. And I know this firsthand because there was a point in my life where I was consuming so much self-improvement content that I actually started feeling worse instead of better. Weird, huh? I was trying to fix every thought, optimize every habit, control every emotion, manifest constantly, heal constantly, and underneath all of it, my body was exhausted. But instead of slowing down and listening to that exhaustion, I thought I needed more discipline, more routines, more healing, more mindset work. And I think a lot of people are trapped in that cycle right now without even realizing it. Like they think if I just find the right routine, if I just learn one more thing, if I just fix myself enough, then they'll finally feel peaceful. But what if the constant need to fix yourself is actually the part of the dysregulation? That's the conversation I want to have today, because I truly believe there's a difference between healing and turning yourself into a self-improvement project you can never fully complete. And this didn't happen randomly. We are living in one of the most overstimulated periods in human history. Your brain is processing more information in one single day than people used to process in weeks. Just think about that. From the moment you wake up, there's notifications, emails, short form content, productivity hacks, healing advice, manifestation videos, comparison, algorithms, just everywhere. Your nervous system never truly gets to just breathe and exhale. And then social media turned healing into performance. Now people don't just want to grow, they want to become the most optimized version of themselves possible. The perfect morning routine, the perfect mindset, the perfect diet, the perfect spiritual practice. And you know what? Underneath all of that, it is this subtle message. You are not enough yet. That's the part nobody talks about, because when healing becomes rooted in self-rejection, your nervous system interprets growth as pressure, not safety. Research in psychology consistently shows that chronic stress and excessive cognitive load reduce emotional regulation, and guess what? Increase anxiety responses. Translation: too much self-improvement content can actually dysregulate the brain, especially when the content constantly reinforces you should be doing more. And people don't even realize this because it's disguised as empowerment, but your body knows the difference between inspiration and pressure. Your body knows the difference between expansion and survival. And I think a lot of people right now are spiritually exhausted, not because they aren't healing. It's because they're trying so hard to optimize themselves into wordiness. And this is where neuroscience gets really interesting, because the brain is not designed for constant optimization. Your nervous system was designed primarily for survival and adaptation, not non-stop self-analysis, but modern self-help culture keeps people trapped in this dopamine loop. Now, let's clear something up. Dopamine is not happiness, it's anticipation. It's the brain chemical associated with seeking, chasing, predicting reward. And social media has created an environment where people are constantly chasing the next breakthrough, the next routine, the next mindset shift, the next manifestation method, the next identity upgrade. Every video promises this will change your life. Do this and everything shifts. Here's the secret. And you know what? That brain becomes addicted to searching because searching is not the same as embodying. This is why so many people say, I know so much, but I still feel stuck, because information without integration overwhelms the nervous system. Research shows chronic overstimulation elevates cortisol levels and increases the amygdala activation, the brain's threat detection center, which means the more overwhelmed our system becomes, the harder it is to access clarity, presence, creativity, future-orientated thinking, and emotional regulation. We are drowning in information, and then people blame themselves. But it's not a character flaw. It's neurobiology. You cannot heal in the same frantic energy that taught your body it wasn't safe in the first place. That's huge, because some people are trying to heal with the exact same nervous system state they used to survive. Pressure, urgency, hypervigilance, control. That's not transformation. That's survival wearing spiritual clothes. And honestly, this is where I think spirituality online became distorted, because now healing sounds like raise your vibration, manifest faster, think positive, be your highest self. And again, I teach manifestation, I teach identity shifts. I believe your inner world shapes your outer world. But without nervous system safety, those teachings can become incredibly damaging. Because if someone is dysregulated and overwhelmed, and then we just tell them your reality is your fault, what they hear is, I am failing spiritually. That creates shame, not empowerment. Trauma research shows unresolved stress patterns keep the body cycling through survival states. Fight, flight, freeze, shut down. These are autonomic responses. They happen beneath conscious thought. So when someone reacting from survival, they don't need more pressure to perform healing. They just need safety, man. They need regulation, stillness, breath, space, support, presence. And honestly, I think some people are spiritually bypassing themselves into exhaustion. They are trying so hard to become high vibrational that they've lost connection to their actual humanity. You do not need to become a perfectly optimized spiritual machine to be worthy of peace. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to slow down. You are allowed to be human while you heal. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. The biggest shift in my life happened when I stopped asking, how do I become better? And started asking, how do I become more honest? That changed everything, because healing stopped being about fixing myself and started becoming about reconnecting to myself. I stopped trying to force growth every second of every day. I stopped obsessing over optimizing every part of my existence, and instead I focused on regulation, alignment, presence, and embodiment, and nervous system safety, of course. And ironically, that's when manifestation started working more naturally too. Because manifestation is not about controlling reality through force. It's about becoming coherent enough to receive what aligns. Tony Robbins always says, where focus goes, energy flows. And that is true, because what people miss is this. If your nervous system is focused on survival, your energy flows into protection, not creation. That's why safety changes everything. When the body feels safe, creativity returns, clarity returns, intuition returns, motivation returns. And it's not forced motivation, it's natural momentum. That is real power. So maybe the goal isn't to constantly improve yourself. Maybe the goal is to stop abandoning yourself in the pursuit of becoming more. Maybe healing isn't about becoming someone else. Maybe it's about finally feeling safe enough to become who you already are. And if you've been feeling exhausted by self-help culture lately, you're not lazy and you're not failing. You're probably just overstimulated, and your nervous system might be asking for something deeper than optimization. It might be asking for reconnection. If this resonated with you, comment reconnect below. And if you're ready to heal from the inside out through nervous system regulation, identity work, manifestation, and real embodiment, that's exactly what we do inside the Divine Soul Lifestyle Academy. Not pressure, not performance, real transformation. Because the truth is, you don't need to become a machine to create a beautiful life. You just need to stop living like survival is your permanent identity. As always, be more than a label and embody your divine soul.